Hello to all of you, our viewers. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this edition of the News in English. My name is Sarah Shinhore. Let us begin with the headlines. The two-day 2026 Africa CEO Forum has been concluded here in Kigali. Now, I'll be sitting in for Live Native for this edition. I'm glad you're able to join us. As we begin, let us first inform you that on Friday at Village Rugwiro, His Excellency President Paul Kagame met with President Mamadi Doumbouya of the Republic of Guinea, who is in Rwanda, where he attended the opening of the Africa CEO Forum 2026. The two heads of state and their respective delegations exchanged on ways to continue strengthening the productive ties between the two countries and discussed other mutual priorities, including economic transformation, trade, investment, and good governance. Now, President Kagame also received His Excellency Damba Gaolathe, the Vice President of Botswana. They discussed the agreed upon areas of collaboration during President Kagame's state visit to Botswana last week. The Vice President is in Rwanda for the Africa CEO Forum 2026. Now, President Kagame received board members of Equity Group Holdings Limited and Equity Group Foundation, who are in Rwanda for their quarterly board meetings. Led by James Mwangi, CEO of Equity Group Holdings Limited, the delegation shared the group's vision to support the digital economy and financial innovation as a means to contribute to economic growth, expand regional trade, and promote innovative financing solutions for citizens in Rwanda across the region and beyond. The President also held meetings with other participants of the Africa CEO Forum, including the Group Chairman of Schneider Electric, the CEO and Managing Director for Africa at DP World, the Founder and Chairman of BUA Group, and the Chairman and CEO of Redland Group. They discussed ways to expand collaboration and explored investment opportunities aligned with Rwanda's development priorities and economic transformation ambitions. Now, let us also inform you that on Friday afternoon, Prime Minister Justin Nsengiyumva received his counterpart, Robert Begre Mambe, the Prime Minister of Côte d'Ivoire, who is in Rwanda to attend the Africa CEO Forum 2026. Their discussions focused on strengthening cooperation in various key sectors between Rwanda and Côte d'Ivoire. Now, discussions on the last day of the Africa CEO Forum largely focused on promoting investment across Africa, exploring opportunities in different countries in both trade and investment, strengthening partnerships, and addressing barriers that continue to hinder African investors. The Managing Director of the International Finance Corporation, Makta Diop, said that shaping Africa's future must go hand in hand with preparing the continent's youth and investing in education.
This is a business of the private sector. Our government does not need to spend billions of dollars when the private sector can do it. And I hope that we can be able to do it. But when the government has done already this investment, give it to the private sector to manage it. And that's a good example of what we are seeing here, where it's managed by commercially, and this place is filled throughout the year. And third, I think by doing that, we'll be able to develop not only the ecosystem, but the talent which is created, which is here in our country, the same as the commodities which are produced, being lithium, iron ore in the countries, we transform here. Here we are now creating talents through basketball school, soccer school, everything. This is a business of the private sector. Our government.
The co-founder of the Zaria Group, Masai Ujiri, highlighted the importance of collaboration between governments and the private sector in driving Africa's development, stressing that such progress should not leave young people behind.
We have to educate ourselves more. We have to inform ourselves more. We have to look at what best practices are and how it works around the world. We also have to work together. We all have to work together. When you mention public-private partnerships. We all have to be in this together. Everybody has to understand it, whether it's government, whether it's the private sector, anywhere you can think of, everybody you can think of. We have to bring this together because sports, entertainment, and the creative industry is underrated, and we are not informed in Africa as much as we should be as a business. Yeah, and that's where we need to grow.
In a panel discussion focused on the role of governments in innovation and youth employment, the president of Nigeria noted that these ambitions begin with building a strong investment environment in which the private sector plays a major role, including through tax contributions and other forms of support.
Think from where the source and application of fund should be engineered. Tax is a priority. A citizen that pays taxes is a citizen, whether corporate or individual. If you are not a taxpayer and not exempted, then you are not a citizen.
Beyond the various discussions aimed at shaping Africa's future, the forum also witnessed the signing of several agreements, including one between the International Finance Corporation and Zaria Group. The agreement seeks to promote sports and entertainment infrastructure, as well as support the growth of Africa's creative industry. Now, businesses and hospitality operators here in Rwanda say the Africa CEO Forum has created new opportunities for investment, partnerships, and commercial growth. The two-day summit brought together top executives, investors, policymakers, and heads of state from across Africa and beyond. William Evans Mutabazi with the details.
One of the major outcomes from the forum was a new business partnership between global technology and energy company Schneider Electric and Rwanda-based East Africa MG Group. The agreement was signed through Vision Technologies Limited, a subsidiary of East African MG Group. According to the leadership of the group, Rwanda holds strategic importance within East African market, describing the country as a gateway to regional business opportunities.
So Rwanda is, I would say, is a significant market for us in East Africa, and it gains even more significance because it's a place which is looking towards the future. It's a place which is highly digital. It's a place where there is the first adoption of the latest technologies, and this is what we are reinforcing by having a partner on the ground.
Eric Gishoma of Vision Technologies Limited says that the agreement represents a major expansion opportunity made possible through participation in the African CEO Forum.
It's a very big company in electrical innovation and digital infrastructure, and we are happy to have Vice President here and a big team from Schneider. Of course, we have our client, partner, and consultants have been invited on the Rwanda market, and we are starting today, and we are making sure everyone will access product for Schneider Electric and service. Of course, the design solution will be provided through channel, which have not happened in Rwanda.
The executive office of Jeune Afrique Media Group, which organizes the Africa CEO Forum, Anil Ben-Yamed, praised Schneider Electric's decision to partner with the Rwandan company following engagements at the summit.
Africa, it's about Africans owning more of Africa's wealth. Foreign investment is required. The only thing is how you create and share value. A lot of international companies are here, have already listed their companies. That's how you create value. You help African retail investor, African institutional investors get a part of the value that has been creating by holding equity. So we need MSA, we need Orange, we need Schneider Electric, we need all these international companies that are a great creator of wealth. And by the way, the chairman of Schneider Electric is here in the room. That's a perfect example of what I was saying earlier. Schneider Electric is one of the most successful industrial company in the world. It's $40 billion with a presence in 100 countries, and it has no owner. And still, it's super successful. So it's better to have a smaller size of a huge pie than staying the way we are today.
Okay. The 2026 edition of Africa CEO Forum officially concluded this Friday after 2 days of discussions focused on investments, region integration, and Africa's economic transformation.
Thank you, William, for that report. Now, institutions involved in family development have called on family members to promote dialogue, saying it is the foundation of peace within the family. On Friday, Rwanda joined the rest of the world in celebrating the International Day of Families. During a discussion forum organized to mark the day, participants highlighted the challenges facing families today, placing particular emphasis on the role of dialogue in building stable families. The Minister of Gender and Family Promotion, Console Guimana, said this year's theme calls on everyone to remember that dialogue is the foundation of peace. The 2025 Citizen Report Card survey conducted by the Rwanda Governance Board showed that Rwandans are satisfied with family development services at a rate of 74.7%. Now, staying on that matter, observers of family affairs say family members should make proper use of technology and social media because when misused, they can destroy families. Technology and social media have continued to advance and their importance in daily life is undeniable. However, some people express concern that technology is also contributing to the breakdown of families in this modern day. Dr. Chance Wihoreye, a psychology expert, says that technology and social media are beneficial, but family members should know how to use them in ways that strengthen their families rather than destroy them. The Minister of Gender and Family Promotion, Console Guimana, has urged families to promote dialogue and resolve their problems within the family instead of exposing family issues on social media platforms. The minister is also calling on everyone to play a role in building strong, capable and stable families while avoiding anything that could undermine them. As always, a pleasure when you're able to join us. I hope to see you again soon. Until then, it is goodbye.